Hello and welcome. So, this quick video I want to talk about the ways of light, but also how, only as an example, how your original frequency or divine information of who you truly are is broken down here into this earth realm because obviously that's like its whole own game field, as we all now more and more realize, so we get accustomed to it. So obviously your energy frequency, energy signature does too. As one travels downward through this dimension, or as we came here, um, might even say other places, but Earth is like now we are traveling upwards again, bringing clearing that vortex so Earth can embody and represent more of its original divine nature. Now, I want to make this quick video because I already recorded it. I called it, I think, something like 12D and above, these kind of dimensions. Basically, there's much more to explore, but basically explaining this kind of topic more into that regard. Somehow I didn't upload and I tried to re-upload. Nonetheless, I just wanna state that you'd gotta realize it's one big key. It's this one core theme why I make these videos, for you to realize these core themes or basics, or so you can use it as a tool, these kind of truths. So it's more, so you finally get represented with something, a pattern that's more empowering, or a way to look through, as we get bombarded with so many patterns in this world, or gut we're getting away from, that aren't rooted that much in truth or in empowerment, right? And that's what we're all looking for, no matter who or where you are. You that would be a whole nother video. You look for something where you can put or find your strength in, so or your belief, right? And how much this takes you then further in life and is your strength. This probably will be another video. Nonetheless, as soon as you got here, you're already on a spiritual battlefield. Now, obviously, you might look at life at large at this, but in other realms or stations or planets, star systems, galaxies, or much higher, we mastered the art of grading. Yeah, not probably, we mastered them much better or much more used to those. Now they're all kind of different playgrounds, like here. Now obviously for things to get that kind of dense and earthy, Earth represents, just as I see it, in its highest divine expression, like literally the Divine Mother coming through and holding us all together, as we are all different expressions of the divine, male, female. Doesn't matter right now, but like Earth is kind of that expression of holding everything together, the love behind it. You can go much deeper into that as well, or just take that as looking at it that way more, the higher we travel travel upwards, right? Nonetheless, so as soon as you got here, that now let's get straight to the point. You got bombarded with all kind of thoughts, mechanisms, traumas. Now, of course, all kind of stuff. We came here to heal, but also we pinpoint for in the collective vortex, and it all fits like a puzzle together. That's why when you heal quite well, you have such a large effect on the collective. Obviously, the more you do that, and the higher, and that's the real way, the higher you go, because the more you unveil and see the truth of who you are, and might say are faster in your understanding or light body. I almost said life body, because of the faster understanding, because there isn't much of that things which weigh you down, right? But of course you want to ground into the current plane field, the earth plane as well, as she holds us perfectly together. She doesn't ascend anywhere without us, right? Which is quite loving, quite nurturing, like this planet now without any woo-woo represents. Otherwise, life wouldn't have expressed itself in such an amount, because this planet is full of life now. Just look alone at the plant kingdom. It blossoms here. So you got and that's the thing we gotta realize. You got bombarded with all kind of Jezebels, devils, all kind of thought forms, traumas. You are inner child trying to grab your attention. Everyone's inner child trying to do that, and all kind of things that trigger your trauma, trigger. You might even say a trauma response. Trigger healing ultimately, and for us to look at ourselves and to mature in the parts where we actually should mature, or would have been for greater good for us to blossom, because, and this is also another video, but you got your inner child is your inner child. That's your free spirit, basically. Then you got the part that where you direct the energy, kind of the masculine, the fatherly principle, right? That's why we're looking for patterns that took us further in life, right? It better be something empowering. So, and that's what we're all looking for. And you got the feminine, the healing, the divine mother, the love, the nurturing, the soil, where you grow, you heal, you come back to your more pure self, true self. Nonetheless, that's what you gotta realize. You got bombarded with all kind of things trying to grab your attention, because it's basically what every energy or being, if there's a being behind it, or I would rather say look at it at least as a consciousness behind it, it tries to grab attention. Now the more people buy into that that notion or dark spot, the more it got a pull, right? That more it tries to grab your attention, because people then play out on that. And if it's a state of not very empowering, and where people feel where it's a emotion, energy emotion of feeling disempowered, fragile, and all kind of lower emotions, so to speak, then it doesn't take you further in life, and it's where someone needs to look at it, or we as a collective still need to heal a lot, but we really gotta use that to empower ourselves more again, or because we don't want to get lost in it, right? And we don't want to, it's not natural to play out these distortions, especially the farther you go down in density, because then there's such a much more amount of force to be involved to go to a certain state, because Earth ain't toxic, okay? And it wasn't even on the 3D plane. Like in nature, when you go out in nature, uh, even when it was much more rooted in a 3D, it's still much more natural and um, yeah, welcoming and life supporting. Otherwise, there wouldn't be no plants, for example. So it's not toxic where you can live on, right? So that's what you gotta understand. So this was all in the mind and the mental, and through the emotion and through all these attachments we're clearing now more and more. So but all this confusion and then all kind of agendas, because motherfuckers didn't have the right patterns to take them further, and this can have all kind of reasons, and then motherfuckers have all kind of agendas because they are so out of touch with their inner child that inner child tries to grab their attention for them to mature, for them to blossom, but they think they've fought a way out which was much easier, and pushed it around more or less, which would have been a whole another video as well, because this goes deep. So people, energies, and consciousness got all kind of ways they try to survive or come along, basically. But this is no more, okay? Now it's a good time to heal, to look at yourself, because we cleared much of that darker pull, which in truth doesn't hold a lot of power, anyways, because it plays out the opposite, which also would be in another video I try to make or will make. Let's see. But it's the collective pull which got us there in the first place, and a whole lot of collective trauma and playing out in that darkness, vortex, and being kind of oblivious or building around, which kind of is, according to the nobility of the mother, still holding us all together here on this blind field, or holding humanity up, holding its precious life form still up all the way through. This kind of thing, but waiting for us to realize that and to blossom, like in nature and truth, because we are connected in truth, just like in nature. They play this out. Okay, they still play this out in a much purer sense than humans, because the vortex kind of got out of it and wasn't really grounded in nature or rooted, and that's why it wasn't rooted in truth, but more or less in false. So that's why we went such a long way. So that's the whole point, and I could go much deeper into that, but I hope this already helped you quite a bit. Thanks for watching.